Today we are called to not think that not doing is being passive. Sometimes choosing not to do something, choosing not to decide because there's not enough clarity, is the greatest action you can take. If my messages resonate today, please like, subscribe to the channel, comment to let me know how it resonated and where you're from. We are encouraged to be proactive, to act, to be fast, to be on the ball. But sometimes that's not the right thing to do. When you do not have clarity, when you do not know the answer in your heart, when you do not know what your own truth, what your own compass is telling you about the situation or the decision, it's better to not act. Wait, let God show you the way. When you carry a question in your heart, when you have a dilemma, and you carry it here for some time, it could be a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, a few months, you will be shown the way, you will be given the answer. If you use your heart space as a magnet for the answer you seek, you place the question in your heart, you will receive the answer through signs, through people. You have to be very attentive, but you will receive the sign. What's important now in this full moon is to not be tempted by fleeting opportunities or things that come your way, to not be tempted to stray away from your own truth, from what you know to be true. To not be tempted to do things again that caused you in the past sorrow and loss. If you know something is not for you, if you've tried something, if you've seen that a certain path, action, habit is not for you, this is not a time to go back to it. This is a time to step forward, to continue moving forward in a new direction. And the pre-shuffled cards that I received were the Justice and the Ace of Swords, and bottom of the deck is the Emperor. So that shows me, you see how these two cards, they look alike, both men clad in red, looking very authoritative, very decisive, not running anywhere, just sitting, being very knowing what they're worth, knowing when to act. Justice is also a card of balance and precision. And the Ace of Swords, the ultimate card of truth. Truthful thoughts, words, and actions. So when I get these two together, I understand that there's a great importance right now for actions, thoughts, words that match your inner truth, your balance, and what you know to be true and just, not only for others, but for yourself. Sometimes we tend to be unjust towards ourselves. We can be very cruel towards ourselves, and we oversee it. We tend to be very critical towards ourselves about how we act towards others, but not about how we act towards ourselves. So that's a very important thing as well, because if you see yourself as guilty, if you see yourself as evil, if you criticize yourself all the time in your heart, you're going to attract that energy. And God's judgment towards you will be the way you judge yourself. So we have to always judge ourselves for the better. Remember that the power of grace is greater than the power of judgment. There is no judgment without grace, and the power of grace is greater than the power of judgment. That is from the New Testament, by the way. But yes, God saw that he cannot create the world solely using judgment, using just the power of limitation and restriction. So he saw that he needs to put grace into that judgment, that he needs to put water into the wine. And it's another secret. When you drink wine, it's better to put a little bit of water in it because of this spiritual secret, spiritual formula. And yeah, I hope I contributed to you today. I hope this resonated. I'm gonna pull one last card from the Thought Tarot together with you here, okay? Okay, we have Eight of Cups, called in this deck Indolence. And we have the Two of Wands, Dominion. Indolence and dominion. Eight of Cups traditionally stands for a situation where you feel disappointed, you walk away from something, you leave something behind, but it's a hard process. You see how the water here is not clear, it's dark, sky is dark, it's morbid. It's a morbid card also in the traditional tarot deck. But then we have the Two of Wands, Dominion. So walking away, doing the hard thing, choosing the hard way, doing what's right, although it may be difficult, leads us to dominion. Dominion over ourselves, over our reality, and gives us a seat in the kingdom of heaven. I'll see you tomorrow evening, God willing, and thank you so much for listening.